Hi guys, I hope you're well. Today we will be talking about Vanguard. We're going to dive in a bit to how I've been finding my role at Vanguard and everything it has to entail. The company culture, the people, my team, everything you'd want to know I'm going to talk about. So make sure you stick around to the end of this video. What is my job? I am a client services trainee for institutional and intermediary investors. First, let's start off with what a trainee actually is. So a trainee is someone that is trained for 12 months in a specific division on a specific role on how to do that job. So I'm a trainee in client services for institutional and intermediary investors. What are institutional and intermediary investors? Institutional and intermediary investors can range from pension funds to financial advisors. In my team, we look after different markets. I personally sit in the UK market. Some of our clients would include large investment banks, large accountancy firms, insurance companies, etc, etc. General queries that the team could handle could be delivering reports on like business day 7 or 10, whatever it may be, to pricing amendments on contracts and all that good stuff. Since I've started, I've actually been really determined to have an exponential learning curve. So that means I always want to learn. I want to be able to do things on my own as well, and that is something my team is pretty good at, giving me autonomy over my work and my day. I'll pick up queries that I have no clue about, like literally the email would read gibberish to me. It's like, what does this mean? From the second sentence onwards, I don't have a clue. So I'm on Investopedia. I'm on Morningstar, which are great resources if you do work in an asset management firm to use. As I've said, I have a lot of exposure to clients, big clients with a lot of AUM. At first I was shy, like I was kind of nervous to handle those kind of queries. I guess as I got more comfortable in my role, I really just stepped into it and I was like, do you know what, girl, you gotta get it together. On the traineeship, first and foremost is learning and soaking up as much information as you can, and I can't do that if I'm timid, right? So yeah, I just pretty much just shake it off. I don't care what company's name is there, how much assets they have under management at Vanguard. I'm going to do that query and I'm going to do it to the best of my ability. I'm kind of a just like throw me out the nest and watch me fly kind of person. Vanguard started in the US in 1975, but only actually came over to the UK in 2009. So you can imagine it's a relatively new company in the UK. I believe, if memory serves me correctly, we have less than 500 employees in the UK office, but it's constantly growing and growing and growing and growing. When I started, I was working on European personal investor queries, but I was only distributing it out to the team, to the wider team, so they could handle them. But my first big move as a trainee was actually saying, do you know what, I'm going to take ownership of this whole part of the job and only reach out when I'm in dire need of help, which has been, as of late, a lot. I mean, I don't know everything, so I mean, the only way I'm going to learn is being taught and doing my research. And when research fails, you've actually got to reach out to your team. And because we split from the EU, like a lot of regulations have changed and how we can interact and stuff with clients and what we can tell them, what we can't tell them, what we can help them with. So products available to Vanguard investors in Europe range between ETFs, exchange traded funds, and mutual funds. If you want to invest in Vanguard as a European investor, I will have to have ETFs, or you can invest directly with us. You're basically a big baller shot caller. You've got that cash dollar. Anyways. Recently, I feel like my job description just never ends. Recently, I actually have started working with the Italian market, just dibbling and dabbling my toes in inheritance tax requests. So this is where I submit a request to PRD for tax percentages on a specific fund that we offer to our clients who would be an intermediary wholesaler. So those are the people that essentially sell our funds for a particular price. Oh, God blimey, I feel like this is just a mouthful. So I would be the person that goes back to the client and be like, hey, this is XYZ information that you requested, thank you. Reach out to me if you need anything else, and most of the time they don't, so job's done, case closed, on to the next one. Everything I've done to get my job at Vanguard is actually in this video, so make sure you check it out because I dropped some major gems in there. I might just do a sit down one where I kind of just compile it all and relay that information to you guys rather than you watching a whole vlog style video. But let me know if you want to see that. What do I love about my job? Now we're going to get into talking about how I actually feel about the company, the culture, what I love about my job and what I don't love about my job. What I love about my job, let's start off with the highs. It's the collaboration aspect of my role. I get to liaise with a lot of the company to fulfill client requests, get their resources and information to be able to fulfill the client's queries. And the reason why I love that is because, one, I'm an extrovert by nature. It really keeps me engaged and I have a really high energy when I talk to other people, and fulfilling the client's request, like piecing together the answers like a puzzle, is fun for me. I really enjoy doing that, and that's one of the reasons why I actually decided that I wanted to go into client services, because of the exposure I get to the business. Whenever it's time for my next move, I kind of already know a bit about each division, so I can navigate that correctly rather than having to start up a whole process. I'm also building up my network and my rapport when it comes to other divisions as well, and getting to know the teams and the people and the feel on the vibe of the teams and the people and their way of working. Things that I don't really love so much, one thing, I'm probably the only thing I can think of, is the volume of emails. Oh my goodness guys, like yeah, you actually have to be organized for this job, because I'm a trainee, right? So I actually have program commitments and all this other stuff going on. I'm involved with different communities within Vanguard, and yeah, having to deal with all of these emails it can be a lot to balance. That's why I've been super organized, and I'm an organized person. I deem myself to be highly organized, but this job will show you that, yeah, you need to get it together, because if you don't have a lid on it, or like you're constantly maintaining a tidy mailbox, it can get very long for you. Like it's not what you want to happen. Oh goodness, that reminds me, I really do need to tidy up my mailbox. And yeah, it's because you all have queries on the go. So you have like 10 open queries, then the next day another 5, 7, 8, 9, 10 come along, and then this is what's going on during the week. So just maintaining that. I pointed this out as probably the thing I love the least about my job. Whenever I speak about Vanguard, everyone says, you sound like you've been paid to speak about the company. I love the company, I love the culture. I promise you, honestly wish I was paid to speak about the company, because I would be speaking my truth and I'd be getting money for it. But it's genuine, the culture. I can't scream or shout about it enough. From being involved with BAME to just like my team, to senior management, to everyone I've literally interacted with. Everyone I've interacted with has been so kind, so open. I think it's because I'm a trainee as well. Like everyone's just like always really excited to have a chat. I'm always really excited to have a chat. So most of the time when I interact with people, we just bounce off each other. It's just like it's so inspiring to just hear from very intellectual people and learn about them and their careers. And everyone I've interacted with so far has been mwah, chef's kiss, absolutely brilliant, show-stopping, you deserve a medal. But no, it's like seriously, I feel so privileged to be in such an environment. The life at Vanguard also is great, because I get up in the morning and I promise you, I'm not one of those people that are like, oh, work. I wake up and I'm like, oh, okay, let's get ready for the day. Honestly, I didn't think I would experience that working at a large company. This is not an ad, this has just been my experience speaking about Vanguard. I love the company that I work at. I mean, I have to scream and shout about it because I didn't really see this happening so early on in my career. So that's my whistle stop tour on how much I love Vanguard and also my job in client services. So yeah, I mean, I'm 3 months in. Let's check in at 6 and see how I feel. Then I'm sure I'll still love it just the same anyway. But yeah, tune in next week, because next week we're outside. We're like, plan B has been scrapped now. We're going to the office, and we're going to the office properly and fashionably, okay? I'm really excited to go back in. I've been dying to enter the office again, because I just love being in that space. I hope you enjoyed today's video, guys. Make sure to smash that subscribe button, give your girl a massive thumbs up, and I will see you next week. Bye.